welcome to this very special edition of Wealth Building Wednesday. Wealth Building Wednesday, as always, is brought to you by TRHT Selma. TRHT stands for Truth, Racial Healing, and Transformation. We are an initiative that is rooted here in the historic city of Selma, Alabama, and we are existing as a partnership between the Selma Center for Nonviolence and the Black Belt Community Foundation. Now, this is a very special edition of Wealth Building Wednesday because we are not broadcasting this on Wednesday, but we are starting the broadcast on Thursday. Now, you may catch a hold to the video on Wednesday, but today we are introducing wonderful, wonderful experts who will be in the building for our Day of Action. TRHT Selma, along with the Black Belt Community Foundation, Selma Center for Nonviolence, Selma Dallas County United Way, and the Selma City Schools are working with WSFA to present a Day of Action on Friday, February 2nd from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. And we are delighted to preview some of our amazing vendors. And today I am with Miss Alicia Johnson. Yes. Yes, I am so excited to have you here. Listen, y'all, she's an amazing classroom teacher. And I told her before we went live, I'm still kind of mad that you won my son's fifth grade teacher, but it's okay.
You're my baby.
Yes. You are an amazing educator. And I'm so delighted that you decided to not consider it robbery to join us today as well as tomorrow for the Day of Action. So, Mrs. Johnson, who are you and who agency do you work for?
Hello, everyone. I am Alicia Johnson, and I'm an education specialist for the Alabama Reading Initiative at the Alabama State Department of Education. And we are a K-3 reading initiative, and we provide support to any school with a kindergarten through third grade configuration. And so we are led by our director, Bonnie Short, our administrators, Vicki and Karen, and our ed specialists. We have Misty, Suzanne, and Shelly, and then an army of regional literacy specialists who are in every elementary school throughout the state of Alabama to support the local reading specialists, as well as the building instructional leaders and the district level instructional support and administrators.
Wow. So ARI, which is how we may hear it referred to,
Yes.
is an extraordinary program. You all span the entire state and work with our youngest scholars.
Absolutely. Our goal and our mission is to ensure that our K-3 babies are receiving, well, all children, but high quality instruction, that they are equipped with the skills that they need to ensure they're able to meet or exceed those grade level standards. And so, our work, we have passionate literacy champions who are out in the field and just there and ready and available to support. And one of the things, and you said ARI, because people know ARI, but our work also encompasses the family and community outreach. So we do want our community, our schools to know that we're here too to support our families. And that is one of my roles. I lead the family and community outreach piece of the work. And that's why we're here today, because we do want to make sure that, hey, we're here to support you. We're not just pushing papers or, saying, hey, this is what research says and this is what you should be doing. But we're here to answer questions, walk you through what these resources may look like and how you can use them at home. So
Well, I tell you what, I am super excited to know that you all will be present tomorrow for the Day of Action. And as you know, because you all have participated in the Tuskegee and Montgomery Days of Action, these are events designed to help families transition out of poverty. And so for some folks, it may not be an easy connection between kindergarten through third grade reading preparation and being able to successfully matriculate through those grades, right? When it comes to understanding the reduction in poverty, or how can early reading help us reduce poverty, right? So help us understand how what you do can impact poverty in our community.
gotcha, absolutely. First and foremost, there's plenty of research that has proven that, struggling readers typically are the ones who drop out of school, high school. And when they drop out of high school, what are they doing? There's that pipeline to unemployment,
Mm,
illiteracy leading to depression. Illiteracy is like a pipeline to homelessness, a pipeline to prison.
mm,
So, I mean, what do we do? And so I know I've asked myself, are you your brother's keeper? You know? And so our resources, we know that if the children are our future, our
mm.
parents need to be feel supported and empowered because that's going to be the key to a thriving community, a thriving state, a thriving
Yeah.
nation. And so, as a parent, I have school age children, a kindergartner and a second grader, and I know the value and I appreciate the village that supports me. And
Mhm.
so we just want to make sure that we are supporting and empowering our families, community based organizations who are supporting our families beyond the school day. And that is why we have the resources that we have that are aligned with the standards that our kiddos are expected to meet or exceed by the end of each grade level. We've
Okay.
been very intentional. I talked about our literacy specialists who are in the building. Not
Mhm.
only are they in the building, but they also take time to compile resources and develop resources that we can share with our families that are in layman's terms, right? Because
Yes.
sometimes this education lingo can go over your head. I know when I talk to my mom and my sister, they're like, "What?
Mhm.
What are you
What?
saying?" But when they talk about their nursing things, I'm like, "Who? What?" We get that. So we've been very intentional about making sure that we're considering our audience and
Okay.
we are creating resources that are easy to follow, making sure that they're at their fingertips so that they won't have to dig and try to find what is it do I need to do to help my kid at home. So our resources and our support can help impact or the poverty or
Mhm.
by making sure that parents have what they need to support their children at home because we are our children's first teachers. We hear that often. We
Mhm.
are the first brain architects of our children. There is brain research about how our brains process information, how we learn to read, what happens when we are not learning to read. But we're the first one. We are their models before they even enter the school doors. But it's just simply to give them something that they can use at home as they're partnering with their schools.
Well, I am excited to know about all of the resources that you have available. And listen, that the term, the brain architects of our children, I love that terminology because we literally are creating that roadmap. And it's so early in life that they're observing everything that we do. They are super
Mhm.
sponges.
Absolutely. And we'll repeat everything that you say,
Yes, they
mimic
will.
everything that you do. Right. So we have to be careful. I'm in that
Yes.
phase right now.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So now, what are the most important things? If I'm a parent, right, I'm excited about hearing of the resources that you have available. I'm making plans to be at the Day of Action in Selma from at Selma High School from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. So I'm looking for Alicia Johnson and ARI. What do I need to have with me in order to take advantage of your resources?
You don't have to have absolutely anything with you. Just come with a commitment to say, hey, I'm partnering with my children's school. I
Yes.
am going to grab these resources and I am going to ask every question that comes to mind, even if I feel like it's a dumb question, because no question is a dumb question. So just come ready to walk away with resources. Come ready. If you want to bring a pen and a notebook to write down responses to questions that you have, do that. But please come and ask the questions. I know I can remember being in spaces where I'll just shrink
Mhm.
because I don't want to ask a question, but I'm looking around like, is someone going to judge me? No, we do not want you to feel that way. So just come with a heart of to do whatever it is that it takes to make sure that we have literate children because children need to be able to read, they need to be able to write, they need to be able to understand to be able to function in our society. So just come with an open mind with the questions, notebook, pen, and we're there to support you.
Well, I am super, super, super delighted to know that
Mhm.
we need only be armed with ourselves and, like you said, an open heart and an open mind. So now, what happens if I'm a parent and I'm excited about the information and I want to participate, but for whatever reason I won't be able to make it to the day of action? How can we access your resources?
We have you covered.
Okay.
So, we do live in an information age, right? And we use social media to share the good, the bad, and the ugly. But the beautiful thing of ARI, we do have a home on Facebook as well as on Twitter. We
Okay.
have a YouTube channel. And so we are sharing positive things that are happening in our schools across the state. We are also sharing our resources. And again, if you send a message to our Facebook page, we'll quickly respond. But we also want to encourage you to communicate and build those partnerships with your school,
Yeah.
with your teachers, with the administrators, with the local reading specialists, because we do pour into them and we have established a partnership with them. Selma, Dallas County, one of the things, if you are enrolled in one of those schools, they have turned around an Alabama Literacy Act for families module
Mhm.
at their schools. I've seen the pictures, I've seen videos, and that was in partnership with us. So go to them, ask the questions. If they don't know the answer, they will reach out to us because we already have established a partnership. And then, of course, follow us on our Facebook pages or page and our Twitter. We do have a literacy repository, and I will be passing out information so that you can access that repository, and then you can find that information on our social media platforms. But there is where you can scan the QR code and access all of the resources down to the 2021 ELA courses study. Hey, if you want to look at the standards, what are my children expected to learn? It's in that repository. So find us on social media, ARI /Alabama Reading Initiative, and as well as on Twitter and on YouTube. And I share our content a lot on my personal page as well. But please follow us, and then ask your school. Go champion, celebrate, cheer your schools on, have pride in the schools that you are in. That matters.
Mhm. Absolutely. So I want to thank you so much again for your time today and for being so lovely as to volunteer. Well, you are actually at work, but you are a you will be at work Friday, but you are volunteering your energy because you know what? And I really do want to make this clear that we have organizations that we have tons of resources, but the energy, like I've personally witnessed your passion for teaching, right? And so that shines through even in this conversation, right, about ARI and all of the great things and why we have to work with our babies to help make sure our children know how to read. Reading, and we used to hear it all the time, reading is fundamental. It's a program, riff. Reading is
Yes.
fundamental, and it truly, truly is. So I want to thank you for, yes, the work that you do, but volunteering your passion to your
Oh, thank
work
you.
because that's not
Absolutely.
something that everybody does. So thank you for everything that you bring to the table. We are excited to have you on tomorrow for the Day of Action right here in the historic city of Selma, Alabama, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Selma High School. Come to the 6th Avenue side of Selma High. Don't try to come through them people front doors. Come to the side. We're going to be in the competition gymnasium, 6th Avenue. So you go up Broad Street, 2120 is the address for Selma High School. You'll come up the 6th Avenue side and enjoy all sorts of resources, including resources being made available through the Alabama Reading Initiative. We are excited to know that you are a part of making our children successful and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Don't beat me there, beat me there.